Good morning, Texas. It's spring break, y'all. Why don't you spend a day browsing through some vintage records and checking out some old school denim? I'll introduce you to Faded Blue. That's all coming up. GMT starts now.
Live, this is Good Morning Texas.
It's going down. I'm yelling timber. You better move. You better dance.
Good morning, Texas. Happy Thursday. I'm Erin Hunter. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. I hope your kiddos are enjoying spring break, or if they haven't gone on spring break just yet, maybe it's next week. We've got a spring break filled show for you. Plenty of activities and toys and boredom busters that you are going to want to hear about. But we're not just talking about the kids this morning, you guys. We're also talking some really cute fashions. I think you just saw the models just a second ago. We have some really cute ideas so you can look good and feel good on spring break as well. Plus, we're telling you all about a cool streetcar driving competition. It's happening this weekend in Anna that you do not want to miss. So sit back, relax, don't change that remote. We've got good things coming your way. And you guys, it's Baby Friday. We're already almost at the end of the week. It is going to be a good day indeed. Let's pop over to the Weather Center, see what's going on outside. Good morning to you, Greg.
Hi, good morning to you, Erin. Good morning, everyone. Cold out there for you this morning. Those temperatures are down in the low mid 30s in a few spots around. Starting to warm up a little bit now. Going to have full sunshine out there today, so a good looking day, but I think you'll need the coats and sweaters, maybe even that light jacket perhaps as you get into the afternoon. Back up to 39 degrees. We were 34 last hour out at the UNT campus there, so still chilly, much colder than it was this time yesterday, but you see the clear skies that we have out there right now, and that's what we're going to have through the day. Taking you out to DBU, 46 degrees, so starting to warm up a little bit. Winds have still been out of the north here this morning. They will become a little more southerly later today, and they will stay light, so nothing like what we saw yesterday with those strong north winds. But those upper 30s, low mid 40s now, coming over to Dallas at 46, 41 in Greenville right now, 44 heading out to Terrell, and back into the low 40s heading over to Granbury and Mineral Wells. So it has been a chilly morning. It will be a seasonably cool afternoon with those highs bouncing back into the low and mid 60s. So very pleasant, pretty close to where we should be, a little bit below, I think, for today. But then we will have a bigger warm up as we head into tomorrow, looking at those upper 70s, low 80s over the weekend. And then look at that big drop in those temperatures Sunday, going into Sunday night and Monday. We'll go from 83 with those lows in the upper 30s. So we are calling for a weather alert day because of the very cold temperatures heading into Monday morning. So be prepared for that. So we will kind of have a big shock to the system on that roller coaster ride with those temperatures, with that strong cold front blowing in. By Sunday afternoon, we're going to be looking at north winds, 25 to 35, maybe even a light freeze Monday morning up along the Red River, believe it or not. And again, the time frame there will be a Monday morning with those wind chills. They're going to be down in the mid and upper 20s perhaps. So stay updated over the next few days. Enjoy the 80s over the weekend before this next plunge of cold air moves in. All right, Erin, back to you.
All right, Greg, thanks so much for keeping us up to date. The countdown to spring break is on for several North Texas students. And whether you're heading to the beach or planning a girls' getaway or just looking to refresh your wardrobe for summer that's coming quickly, now is the time to update your closet. So Chrissy Denham from Apple Boulevard in Frisco joins me with trendy and affordable pieces that make packing for spring break easy, but also stylish. Good morning.
Good morning, Erin. We are so excited to be with you guys today.
So glad to have you here. You look stunning. I love all of this colorful jewelry.
Thank
and that's
you.
what all of the fashions are today, is colorful. So what are you saying? What are the biggest trends?
So we love to buy from women-owned businesses and Texas-based businesses. So when you talk jewels, we have Kessler Elliott, Tova, amazing pieces of jewelry that's available at Apple Boulevard. Some other trends we're seeing, of course, straw bags, straw hats. You've got to have a hat to take care of your skin. And then also just cabana stripes everywhere.
Okay, I like the idea of that. Let's speak it into existence. We're going to be under a cabana here soon.
That's right.
Any must-pack pieces that would be some good advice for anyone who's going out of town for spring break?
I think a must-have is a crochet piece.
Yes.
Because we have lots of crochet, and we're going to start in an amazing kimono that you can do several things with. It can be a swimsuit cover-up. It can be worn with shorts. It could be worn with jeans, white pants. It's one of those pieces you can't live home without.
Oh my goodness, but you know what? I like the idea of crochet just because I feel like crochet is the easiest thing to layer, right?
Yes.
So you can easily put things under it, take it off. It's perfect, and I love this yellow. So good. And the shoes are a perfect match.
Aren't they great?
So
crochet is everywhere. And also the other good thing about crochet when you're packing your bag, Sometimes I get a little heavy. This crochet doesn't weigh anything,
Lightweight.
girl. So lightweight,
good.
you don't have to worry about it.
Oh, love. All right, let's move on to day to night looks. Obviously, when you're packing, you want to pack as little as possible,
That's right.
And so packing things that are easy to transition.
Yes, so this is actually 2 pieces. It's by Skies Are Blue. That top part is a cute shirt that you can wear during the day with your white shorts, white pants, or just to wear around the resort. Then you go out to dinner, you just throw on your skirt and you're ready to go. Grab a great handbag to go with it. Throw on your Buddha bracelets, another Texas-based woman-owned company that we're crazy about. Throw on your Tova jewelry and you are set for the night.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I love what you said, the mix and match, and then it flows right into the evening, but also that purse is good.
Right? That's
I love
Accessory
that.
Concierge, another company here in Dallas that we're crazy about.
So good, and I love that you guys stay local. That is
Yes.
so important. All right, let's get a look at our next model because I'm obsessed with these orange shoes that she has on, guys.
Yes.
So good.
These orange shoes are very cute and comfortable. You need a great wedge to wear with different things. We were talking in the car on the way down. Samantha said, I'm always in a wedge. So she is in a wedge today. She is in the cutest little dress by TCBC. It's amazing. She has a Cherylay bag. She is color coordinated and ready to go. And the other thing you have to have is the great sunglasses to have on your head or on your eyes. And this year we're seeing all shapes, sizes, colors. Everything goes, but the ones she has on are some of our favorites.
I love a good color blocking moment. Everything does not have to necessarily match. You can switch it up, and you did that with this outfit right here. Thank you so much. All right, let's talk about affordable fashions. This is so cute, and it can be on budget as well.
That's exactly right. At Apple Boulevard, we take your budget in mind. We have a lot of affordable fashions, including this cute outfit. This is a romper. It is amazing. She has thrown on a great hat. We talked about that earlier. And then her bucket bag completes the outfit.
Cute.
It is so amazing. That's by Cherylay. Her romper is by Dress Forum, and then that hat just tops it off. Throw on, again, your Tova jewelry, and you are set to go for a great spring break.
Oh my gosh, so stinking good. Love, love, love. Just because every piece that you showed us is like, okay, we can easily pack it. It's lightweight, like you said. You can even maybe do a carry-on if you want to.
Right. That's
Tell me,
right.
why is it so important to you to shop local? I heard so many brands that are right here in Texas. Why is that close to your heart?
Well, our owner, Katie Apple, loves to shop women, but then also local. We're a local company, and we are supporting several families, so it's very important to shop local. Support those little stores. We are in the Rail District in Frisco. You can shop with us online on our app. That's our favorite way to shop. We do lives every day to show you how things fit. But stop by our store, say hello. We would love to show you around. And shop local is the best way to go.
Exactly. Very, very good. Okay, let's get one last look at all of our styles this morning that you can get at Apple Boulevard in Frisco's Rail District to find trendy looks. You can also shop online, you guys, at shopappleboulevard.com.
That's right.
What started as a fabric intended for rugged workwear used by miners and laborers and cowboys soon evolved into a fashion staple that has remained on trend for over a century. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about denim. Paige is live in Denton at Faded Blue, a store filled with denim and other retro fashion finds. And I see even Paige has on a good pair of jeans this morning. Hello, Paige.
I certainly do. I dressed for the occasion. You know, you're right, Erin. Talking about denim, this is a fashion staple that has lasted. When so many trends go in and out, you can always expect denim to stay the course and to remain fashionable. And really, truly, vintage denim, this has become its own cottage industry. Lots of people love it and they want the real thing. And where you can get some real, true vintage denim is here at Faded Blue. I'm excited to introduce you to Devin Drake.
Hello.
He is the proprietor of this establishment. Hey, Devin.
Hi.
How are you?
Doing great.
Let's talk a little bit about the denim that you have here. Wonderful, wonderful pieces. And I can tell that these are not pieces that were made to look worn. These are actually worn vintage clothes.
Yeah, they're worn, they're thrashed, they're well loved, and that was the Faded Blue came from my favorite pair of jeans, just your favorite Faded Blue jeans, and that's where the name came from. So you're right, denim never goes out of style.
It never goes out of style. You know, and we talked about earlier that, you know, started with like miners and cowboys, and man, It's amazing that it crossed over to mainstream and it's done so successfully. I also want to talk about something else too, because you came into this industry after doing a completely different career. COVID kind of forced you to pivot dramatically. You started doing, curated denim, some furniture as well, and then it eventually transitioned to records.
Yes.
And you've got a great story about the whole record component and how this all came about.
Yeah, back during COVID, a gentleman showed up in a Suburban and he needed gas money to Fort Worth, and he had 300 records, and came in and talked to me for about an hour. He's a DJ. He was COVID. He was out of work, so he was selling records out of his garage. And so my first record buy was from him. I bought about 300, and then he came back a week later, and I bought another 300. And so that's what got us started in the record business.
And I love stories like this because it's like a random stop by. Some dude just happens to come by, and all of a sudden it changes your life. And I'm telling you guys, I mean, we're talking a lot of great albums here, from Kiss to Neil Diamond. You name it, it all can be here. But in addition to that, and this is where I think it's so fun that you had another little pivot, plants. You can also sell plants, and really for plant people, these are some fine specimens.
My favorite thing is to trade plants. We trade clippings. I have people bring me plants all the time. A lot of my favorites came from customers, and I just really kind of sell plants because I love plants. Both my grandmothers had gardens and they worked in their yard, and I've always had a love for plants. The Neil Sperry garden book was on our coffee table.
I love it. Well, I also want to talk a little bit about this building. We're in Denton, and I got to tell you, Denton has continued to evolve. It is such a cool place to be. They really embrace all different types of cultures. But this building is not what it was originally. The tin is original. And also, we have a mural that we're going to show, some video that we're going to show of this mural outside. Very, very cool, and definitely speaks to the faded blue. But you have a story about how this whole thing started, and it really has a lot to do with dear old mom. Tell me more about that.
Well, back, I found myself 50 years old and out of work, looking for a job. I sold cars, I sold door-to-door sales, I sold texting, and none of that worked. So this building came available, and my mom bought it, and we started as a little antique store. And that was 10 years ago, and it's turned into a successful business, just kind of one step at a time. I've always loved selling and buying merchandise, and so I just took a hobby and made it into a business.
You have such an affection for your mom. I'm gonna say it, you're probably a mama's boy.
Yes.
She really did step up and help you in a time of need, as moms do, and it's really a tribute to her what you've been able to do to transform this store and to make it into such a viable option for shoppers. This is also a great destination. I noticed that while I'm here, every time I turn around and look, I see something different. You've done a fantastic job really putting in a lot of unique items and also giving a nod to mid-century modern, which is so on trend right now.
Absolutely.
It's very impressive what you've been able to successfully accomplish in this particular space. I love it. What are your hopes for the future, Devin?
Just want to continue to grow the record business. I love talking about music with my customers, shared concert experiences. Music is a universal language. I have Facebook followers all over the world. I talked to somebody in Denmark yesterday about stereo equipment. So vintage audio and music is, it's worldwide.
And also music brings people together.
It
I thank
absolutely
you for
does.
this. You need to check out Denton. Come to Denton. There's so many different things you can do also for spring break, but one of them that needs to be on the list is faded blue. You can find out more information with the information on your screen. And Aaron, I'm going to send it back to you.
Oh my goodness. All right. Thanks so much, Paige. If you're just looking to add a little novelty and a whole lot of fun to your kids' spring break, our next guest has got you covered. Look at me. Let's do this. The toy guy, Chris Byrne, is here with the spring break boredom busters for literally all ages. Good morning.
Good morning, Aaron. It's so much fun to be with you. So we're going to be a little bit mindful because yoga, right?
Yes.
Yoga is about being mindful. But sometimes you get a little active. This is called fart yoga. It's a game from Golden Bear Toys. You strap on Sammy the Sloth, and then you have different yoga poses that you're supposed to do.
Okay.
And you're allowed and if you move too fast, you're allowed a certain number of farts per move.
Interesting.
So when you move too fast, Sammy farts for you. So,
do you guys hear the fart guy? Hold on, let's do it again. Guys, what the heck? Okay, so you try and do, let's see a little move. Let's do one really quickly. All of them are on the floor. Give me a little standing up one.
Well, just do, I think you could
Here,
do.
let's do a little tree. A little
Yeah,
tree?
do a tree,
Yeah,
yeah,
why
just
not? Oh, I'm already moving. A little tree. Look at us. We're so centered. Yes, I didn't even
See,
get one
you win.
part.
You win.
Yeah, it's not very good. All right, let's move on to our next toy. This is Stitch's girlfriend.
This is Angel.
Angel.
His bougie boo. This is Many Moods Angel from Just Play. You can see the LED eyes. It's got all kinds of different emotions. When you turn her upside down, she gets a little cranky. But you can see different ways to play with it. Super cuddly. Just a great way for kids to play and enjoy this character who's becoming a big deal. She was introduced.
Really is.
She was introduced in the cartoon, made a cameo in the live action, and now she's like a character all of her own.
She's got a full toy. You know what? The girlies like her. And honestly, the boys too.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
great. Okay, let's move on to Pokemon.
It is actually the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, and these are great for Easter baskets or collecting. These are called squish-alongs. They're from Jazzwares, and you can play with them individually or collect them, but there's also the Pokemon Center. They'll all store inside, so if you're going on a trip, you can put them all inside. But just it comes with 3, Pikachu, Snorlax, and Meryl. I've probably got those wrong.
It's okay.
But
I was about to say, I'm proud of you for knowing the names.
And it's about $21.99, and it's $19.99, and it's $7.99 for the collectibles. So it's a
So
great way
good.
to collect and stay involved with Pokemon.
Yes, but it's the perfect also spring break toy.
It is a
'cause
great
like you said,
spring-
pack it up, let's go.
So if you want some quiet time, we've
Yes.
got a couple of crafts for you. Believe it or not, it's the 40th anniversary of the Babysitters Club, and it's having a huge revival. This is from Klutz. These are 10 do-it-yourself crafts that come inside a book. It's all about being friends and
I love this.
creating things. You've got friendship bracelets and pencils, and you remember, right? You remember
these from
them.
back in the day?
We called them cootie catchers, but they call them a
God,
fortune teller. So there
Yes,
you
look, okay, pick one.
go. Okay, go ahead. Open it.
B.
Okay,
B.
Okay, B. So let's see what B has to say about me.
Let's see.
I am Stacy, and your sense of style sets you apart. Well,
Come on now.
Definitely. Just great. The other, and Sammy likes it too. And the other great book from Klutz is called Wings of Fire, Folded Flyers. These are actually, you punch them out and you can make these. You can make 6 dragons and 4 dragonettes. They're actually paper airplanes that you can fly. So it's just a really great, wonderful, creative thing from Klutz.
Now, let's come over here
Okay.
because these are the timed activities, right?
These are 2 games for you to play. One is called Hurry Up Chicken Butt. It's kind of like a hot potato. So when you shake the die, you I got the blue, so I turn over the blue card. So I go after around everyone taking super small steps. So you walk in, but you have to do it fast because the chicken is going to squawk at a certain point and time is up. So you do not want to be the person holding the chicken when it squawks. The slightly older one, Exploding Pigeon, same idea, but it's got things like charades and different activities that you can do as well. Yes. Both of these from Exploding Kittens, and they're just super silly, and we just laugh and laugh when we play with them.
So much fun. Okay, now this one right here, this is going to be cool. This is where the action comes in.
Now you
Monster Jam.
You probably know about Monster Jams.
Yes.
These are the mini jams. These are miniature versions of the big Monster Jams trucks. This is the Gravedigger here. This is the Crush and Crumble Gravedigger playset. Crush and Crumble Jungle playset, excuse me. And the whole idea is you're trying to, if you're trying to do it well, you're trying to, there you go, you're trying to launch it, and eventually they will crash through. It comes with 2 exclusive cars, the Dragon and El Toro, and it's just super active, fun play. But we always like it as kind of controlled mess, right?
Yes, exactly. It's organized chaos. All of this is actually. But you know what? I love this one. This one's my favorite.
Yeah.
Gravedigger.
Yeah, you can collect all of those as well.
Oh my goodness, so stinking good. Chris, thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for being here.
Always
These
so much
were
fun.
some really good ideas indeed. All right, you guys, our countdown to spring break, it continues. Coming up on GMT, what fun you can find at Clyde Warren Park. And up next, Oprah and the Obamas are some of her biggest fans. Best-selling author Tayari Jones takes us into the pages of her new historical novel, Kin. You don't want to miss it. GMT is back in just 2 minutes.
Always pushing up the hill, searching for the thrill of it. All along we are called.
Oprah and the Obamas are some of her biggest fans, and now best-selling author Tayari Jones is bringing the conversation over her new historical novel, Kin, right here to Dallas. And before her event tomorrow at the DMA, she's here to take us inside the pages. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So glad to have you with us this morning. So tell us, how did it feel working on a new novel after publishing in an Oprah and Obama-endorsed bestseller?
Well, the truth of the matter is I was a little intimidated at the start, but then I just had to just reach inside, and instead of trying to figure out what story I was going to tell, I let the story tell me where it wanted to go.
Ah, I love that. Well, you actually had an 8-year break between Kin and An American Marriage. So what happened then?
I don't know if I would call it a break because I was trying, and for the first time I had writer's block. And I just had to take a pencil and paper, just like when I was a little girl, and just write to see what was in my head. And that's when I discovered a story about two young girls growing up in the 1950s in, a small town in Louisiana. And I just became in love with them and followed them on their adventures.
Wow, wow. What I noticed about what you just said is that you went back to the basics with Kin, notebook, paper, and pen. So is that where the story of Annie and Niecy kind of come to life, those main characters?
I just wanted to find the beating heart of the story. And it's a story about friendship. They're two girls who have both lost their mothers. They lose their mothers, but they find each other.
Oh, my goodness. And then they form this instant bond almost and become lifelong friends.
From cradle to grave. I mean, even though, their lives take them in different directions, Niecy goes off to Atlanta where she, pursues her education and marriage. And Annie is off in Memphis working in a bar looking for her long lost mother. But what bonds them together, their motherlessness brought them together. But I think what keeps them together is your best friends keep the archive of your heart, and you cannot ever be separated from that.
Yes, yes, that's so important. The novel actually takes place in the American South during the Jim Crow era, and each of the characters experience systematic racism. So how did these experiences have a greater impact on their livelihood and their story overall?
I was really interested in the ways that everyday people experienced the 60s and civil rights movement, and the decision to demonstrate or not demonstrate could make a difference in a family and a friendship. But ultimately, everyone wants to be free. It's just that people have to figure out their role in the process.
Yes, yes. Okay, so your work often reflects on family and its complications that come with it, but you drew to tell this particular story about Annie and Niecy and what family actually means to them. So what place does family hold in their heart, especially because you said they bond on being motherless?
There's biological family and there's chosen family. But the thing about chosen family is that other people can love you. Other people can fill in the hole that may be left, like when the mother leaves, but you have to let them in. And I think that's what both of these women learned, is that love is available to us. We just have to be available to it.
You know what? And I think that's a really good lesson for a lot of us, because we find ourselves in situations that we want to be open, but we're constantly closed off. And then we wonder why things and opportunities aren't finding us. So that's actually a very good lesson for all of us to learn. Can I ask you the title of the book? Did you figure that out before or after you started writing in that notebook?
When I wrote the last word of the novel, I said to myself, what is important here? What is it? And I thought about the term next of kin. And I thought, yes, just kin, period. Forget next of. There's no first of kin. There's no last of kin. There is only kinship.
Yes. Overall, how does this story, because you are the author, and like you said, you went through that block, so to finally get it out on paper and ready for everyone to ingest, how does that make you feel?
I feel like this book was really a gift from above. I feel like it was a gift from the friends I lost. During COVID, I lost 3 close friends. And I feel like this book was their gift to me, and I'm just so grateful to receive it.
Indeed. What do you hope people take away after they're done reading?
I think people should walk away with a renewed feeling for appreciation for all the bonds we make, and look at what your friendships have endured. I'd say everyone, call your best friend and tell her you love her.
Yes, take a second, be intentional, and lean into those around you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It is an honor to talk to someone who has the Obamas as a fan of them. So wonderful to talk to you this morning.
Thank you for having me. This is great.
And as we mentioned, you guys, Tayari brings the Ken conversation to the DMA tomorrow night. In-person tickets for the Arts and Letters live event. You guys are already sold out, but that's totally okay because live stream tickets, they are still available. All you have to do is go to dma.org or Jones.com for more information. We'll be right back.
Live, this is Good Morning Texas.
Well, if you haven't been outside just yet this morning, make sure you take a coat because it is quite chilly, but not going to taper off for the rest of the day.
No, it warms up a little bit, yeah, and then even more so over the weekend.
Indeed. I'm waiting for the weekend.
Then it gets cold again. All right, let's get you on out one more time. Taking you out to DFW Airport. We're looking at 46 degrees, trying to warm up a little bit out there for you right now. Those winds are very light, and they will come around out of the south. So that's going to help moderate temperatures a little bit more for us as we get on into this afternoon. And then as we take you on over to Love Field, 46 there as well. So no weather-related issues out there for today. If you're doing some traveling, looking at those highs today, they get into the low mid-60s, pretty close to normal for us. As we look at that outdoor activity planner, full sunshine we're going to have out there for us this afternoon with those light south winds by later today. So we're going to be in the mid-60s. Enjoy today. The weekend's going to be nice as well. It gets even warmer as we look at the Java House Grand Prix of Arlington. The forecast there, the 13th through the 15th. So tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. Look at those low 80s around as we'll have some gusty south winds on Saturday. Those winds come around out of the north and northwest on Sunday, though. So that's going to be that colder air that we're talking about moving back in. The St. Patrick's Day parade on Saturday. Another nice when you see those early afternoon temperatures in the mid-70s, going to be in those lower 80s, those gusty south winds as well. So a lot of folks will be heading there as well. So a good looking weekend if you're going to get out and do some of the activities around. A lot going on, as it usually is here across North Texas. But the weather alert in place for Sunday night going into Monday. A strong cold front blows in, knocking those temperatures down. So we're talking about wind chills on Monday morning in the 20s. Those lows are going to be in the 30s, so make sure you do stay updated to the forecast. Grab that coat and sweater. You'll certainly need it. If you've put that away already, you'll need to dig it out. As we look at that 14-day forecast, look at that high on Sunday, 83. 37 on Monday morning. Then we'll only be around 54 on Monday afternoon. Then we'll start to warm back up. St. Patrick's Day itself, looking at 67. Then we're going to be back into the low 80s by the end of next week. All right, Aaron.
My goodness, the 20s. Okay, March is reminding us that it is not officially spring just yet, even though it is on its way. Let's switch gears, though, because there's so many fun activities that are going on between this week and next week. They're rolling out a full week of activities, and here to tell us about everything that's going on at Clyde Warren Park is President and CEO Kit Sowers. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good to see you.
So glad to have you back. So Clyde Warren Park always has something going on, but spring break, it is especially special. And so tell me what you have going on.
Yeah, chock full of activities for the next 10 days, beginning tomorrow through next Sunday, even Monday morning.
Nice.
In the weather. We've got everything from our boho market to dance lessons, both ballet and salsa, to showing Zootopia 2, to our fitness classes starting back up, to STEM activities, art activities, just something to do every day in the park.
And it sounds like it's something for everyone. It's not just for the kids, it's for the parents that are bringing them as well.
Absolutely. There's a date night Friday night, so all sorts of fun things.
Nice. Okay, so there's going to be so much going on, and you said it's throughout the week, starts tomorrow and then goes throughout. So it'll be going on this weekend as well.
Yes, this weekend all through next weekend.
Nice. So now you also have events and activities for adults. You were just mentioning yoga, anything else, and a date night as well.
Yes, we've got date night. We've got a lot of all the art activities, and there's live music, and a lot of different things that I think the adults without children would be interested in as well.
So you don't just have to, the adults don't just have to bring the kids. They can actually leave them at home maybe if they want to.
Get the
for one of their
babysitter,
nights.
whatever you want.
Okay, so this year also marks the first ever family night at the park. So tell us a little bit about what people can expect.
Yeah, so we've got a partnership with the YMCA, Metropolitan Dallas, and Compass School, and we're putting on really a showcase of all the free programming you've come to know and love at Clyde Warren Park. So Saturday from 4 to 7, we're going to have 20 to 30 of our program partners set up, doing performances on the stage, and then showing you a little bit about what they do throughout the year so you can make plans to come every month.
My goodness. Okay, so tell me, what inspired that partnership or the idea for that to come about in the first place?
We have so many great partners, and people didn't necessarily know know what each one of them was doing. So we thought it would be a fun way to give everybody a little sense of what each of the different activities meant, and they could figure it out for later.
Okay, so then, because the Clyde Warren Park has become a hub for the community here in Dallas, I feel like it's so well known. It's probably one of the most well-known parks here in North Texas. So why is it so important for the park to host events like this and keep people coming in?
Yeah, really the mission of Clyde Warren Park, which is a nonprofit, is we really want to be the town square of Dallas. We want to have free programming for absolutely everybody in the community. We want everyone to feel like it's their park. So everything in the park is free, and we really just want to continue to get ideas from the public about what they want in the park, and we'll try to have it.
And you know what? But I like that about you guys, because you guys do listen to the community. You do lean in, and you're like, okay, this is what's needed. I spent hours out there one time playing on the ping pong tables. I had no idea, because there's just so many things. It's almost everything that you would find indoor, except it's outdoor, and so it's a place for literally everyone. If someone wants to check out the full schedule, learn more so they can figure out their calendars and make sure they can bop out there, where can they find all of that information?
Just go to ClydeWarrenPark.org. We have everything listed. And to your point, even when there are not activities happening, we have ping pong, we have games you can check out from the Visit Dallas kiosk, so you can play chess or football or whatever you want in the park. But we want you to come and have a good time.
And then once you work up an appetite, you really don't have to go too far, because there's food out there as
Absolutely.
well.
We've got our food trucks, we've got Mi Cocina, you know, we're trying to have something for everybody.
Look, okay, well, when you guys go out there, and it's just you and it's just adults, you make sure you get you a Mambo Taxi at Mi Cocina. Thanks so much for hanging out with us this morning and telling us all about the dates that are coming up. And if you guys want to see them, they're actually on our screen right there. But you can also go to ClydeWarrenPark.org. Funny, it runs in the family. Tomorrow on GMT, Sean Wayans stops by before he takes the Arlington Improv stage. Plus, the Oscars go out on Sunday. Join us for red carpet fashions, predictions, food, and so much more tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And coming up next, the countdown to spring break is on. We have some cool crafts to help your little one pass the time. Don't miss it. We're doing that right after the break. With most students being out next week for spring break, parents need something to keep them busy and entertained. So crafts could really do the trick. AR Dallas Workshop owner Whitney Catarella is here to show us a few things that we can do at home with only things that you probably already have at home, honestly. Good morning to you, Whitney.
Good morning.
All right, let's get into it. You say crafts, they don't have to be complicated. So what are some of the materials that we're going to be using that are readily available, maybe already at home?
Yeah, so the first one we're going to use paint, and you can do this just on paper, but we're also doing it on just terracotta pots, and they're little mini ones. Those are cute,
So
and you can
good.
find those at the Dollar Tree if you don't have any just at the house.
Well, let's actually dive in. Let's
Yeah,
do
let's
it. Let's
dive in.
make a
Okay.
little pot.
Yes, okay. So this is called faux tile technique.
Yeah.
Okay, and basically you want to get paintbrushes that have like a square tip.
Okay.
Okay, and then
Does it matter if it's chunky or if it's skinny?
I like the skinny for the mini,
Okay.
and I did the chunky for like a piece of paper because
use
you
both.
can
Switch it up.
Yeah, and you don't have to do it just on a pot. You can do it on pretty much anything, and that's why I have the paper here, and it just takes, you know, so you start. I've kind of got a circle already there, and then you just kind of go around and just
make it
make, you know, little.
Oh, I
boop.
see. Okay, now
Yep.
you guys have seen me do crafts on this show before, and I'm not the craftiest person, so let's
And look,
see what we can
Don't
get
get
going.
any paint on your feathers there
Girl,
either.
yeah, for real, right? Okay, here we go, a little
And
paint.
so yeah, I'll kind of do one with you.
Here we go.
And like you can get creative and start with
Switch the
like a
colors
heart
up?
kind of.
So you can basically do whatever you
And
want.
you just
It's just
do
a
a
pattern.
dashed line, and you use the and I get like a different paintbrush. That's why I've got one for every color there.
So good.
And it doesn't have to be perfect.
Okay, yeah,
because
mine's
it
definitely
ends-
not.
But
that's
looks
okay.
So cute, right? It's like you can tell, you know, you can just kind of make that little pattern, and then
you
you
know
put it
what?
all around.
When the kids get out of control and they need a little quiet time, a little second. Oh, look, there it is.
Yeah.
This is so easy for them to do because they can
Yeah.
get involved, they can pick their colors, but also painting is, it's
Therapeutic.
You need to concentrate, exactly.
Yes,
and
they'll
so you
want
get
to
quiet.
make it perfect. So they'll want to
Exactly.
keep doing it. You can just do it on paper, and
Okay.
basically you just kind of start with a shape and then just line it around with the little dashes.
And go from
And
there.
look, you
Very
can make
good.
it easy too and just do straight.
Which is honestly what I should have gone with,
Yeah.
but that's totally okay. Let's move on
Okay.
to this. What do
And
we got
so
going?
Now this is another one that keeps everyone busy and gets you off your phone, and you just get in the zone of making garlands. So these are tassel garlands. And the final product is gonna look like this. So you start with any color. And you do 6. So I usually, if I'm gonna put it on a table, I would measure my table and then add a foot or 2, and then
just in case.
Yeah, and so you just braid it with 6 and using 2 at a time. Okay, so you start with that, and then to make the tassel, you're gonna cut like around 19 inches long of yarn, 2 of those.
Everybody take notes at home.
Yes, and then we're gonna make one of these here, okay, first.
Okay, I think I can do that.
Yeah, so pick, you wanna do the pink?
Yes, I do. You know I want to do the
know
pink,
you
girl.
wanna
Yes,
do the
I
pink.
do. Okay,
I'll do the green. And so basically you just knot it, right? Okay, and so that's your first step, and that's so that you can put it on the string.
Very good.
Okay, so we've got that, and then you're gonna take toilet paper roll, and I'll give you that one, or yep, there we go. And then you're gonna take your yarn.
Okay.
A tip here is not to pull it from the inside because you're doing right.
Oh, okay,
But
I was about to say.
I just wanted to show this at home, because then, well, this one's not that curly, but this here, you see how curly they are? I always like to do it from the outside, so it's
so
not
it's straight, it looks
scrunched up
nice.
in the middle. Yeah,
Perfect. Okay, cool. And where do we go from here?
So now you put your thumb kind of over it, put it at the bottom, and then you literally just wrap it around.
Oh, fun, easy.
20 times.
3, 4. Oh,
And I've got one made for you if you
Oh,
want to
thank
use
God.
that
I was about
one.
to say, hold on, I might be able to do it. Hold on. Here we go.
And that's
Okay,
just
and
to
then
get
go from
this
this
exact
going.
one.
How do you attach it?
Okay, and so now you're going to take your little loopy thing, and so you're going to go under here, so you can go ahead and cut that off. Okay, and you're going to go under and through, and just tie it on the top.
Okay, I can do
does
that.
That make sense?
Yeah, I can do that. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. Time-wise, I
one.
might not be okay. Wait, I got it. I did it.
Okay, and so now you tie it twice, and have just like there we go.
Oh my
so
gosh.
tie twice.
You guys, we're trying to do this in TV
tie.
time, and it's like we're moving so
I
fast.
know.
Ah, okay, wait,
We got
look.
this. We got this.
I think I did it though.
Okay, tie it twice. Whoop.
I did not do it. I did not do it at all.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Look. Okay, and so now we've got the little loopy thing at the top. We've got it tied, and then we're going to take our last one here and put it over and tie here for a little ball at the top.
Just to make it fancier than what it already was, right? And that's our finished product.
I'm doing this fast so my little top doesn't look as
well, it's
perfect
okay
as
because
the
we have a
other
finished
ones.
product. All right.
Okay, and then you just cut it.
Very
inside
good.
And trim it up like a haircut.
There you go.
Which
Easy
is what
peasy.
I need right now. I need a haircut.
You and me both. All right. Thank you so much for being
so
here this morning and showing us all these fabulous ideas. We weren't able to get to this one, but it's super easy. It's literally just a paper plate, flowers, make it happen. Yes?
Paper plate, flowers, glue it on, scrunch it all the way around, and you've got
you've got a paper flower. All right. Tell us where we can find you.
We are in Lakewood neighborhood, www.arworkshop.com/Dallas. We've got camps going on for kids over the summer. You can sign up now.
Thanks so much. All right, you guys, we'll be right back. If you love fast cars, cool custom builds, and a fun weekend outing for the entire family, here's something for you, you guys. The Ultimate Street Car Association is bringing some of the most impressive street legal performance cars in the country to North Texas this weekend. And it's not just about speed. Tony Pruch joins me with everything that you need to know before you go. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
So glad to have you here this morning. So tell me, what is the Ultimate Street Car Association?
The Ultimate Street Car Association is some of the best cars all in the United States competing for a national championship this weekend. And we're opening for the first time. This is the first race of the season, so we're really excited about it.
And there's going to be something for everyone. We were just talking about how it's family friendly. So what kind of activities can we expect at an event like this?
It really is. We're looking at a car show that's going to be going on. We're also going to have a lot of the cars that are going to be on the track. They're going to be competing, through timed events and things like that. So you've got autocross, you've got speed stop, you've got the road course, a lot of D&E. You're going to be able to go and interact with all the drivers that are out there, plus be able to look at the cars that are just out there that are fun and exciting and new. So.
This is like a car show just on steroids, and you get to see them perform
and
as
to
well.
to be able to perform in front of a huge audience.
Wow, wow. Okay, so what makes the G2 Motorsports Complex the perfect spot for you guys to do this at?
Well, it's a new track. It's new to the area, so it's really going to have some great opportunities out there. What really makes this event neat is we're taking street cars that are legal street cars and we're putting them into a competition to perform at the highest level that's out there. So.
Insane. I think we just saw a Mustang right there. That's one of my favorite fast cars. So hoping that one wins this weekend. Where is this spot located, actually?
This is going to be in Anna, Texas. It's called the G2 Motorsports in Anna. It's easy access, free admission. So you've got some parking, you pay for your parking, but you got free admission. So bring the family, bring the kids. The kids are going to love it. Again, they're going to be able to interact with everyone. It's going to be, we'll have food trucks there. It's going to be an amazing, amazing time.
Okay, everybody heard that though, right? Free admission. This is your plans for the weekend right here. So what will the experience be like for the spectators? Because I'm sure when those engines start running, like your heart starts racing.
Well, you're going to get to work with, you're going to be able to talk with the drivers. You're going to be able to look at all the cars that are in the actual car show. You're going to be able to interact with the drivers while they're on the track. I mean, it's really just amazing.
It's
the
an
first
immersive
opportunity.
Experience.
Yeah, it really is, and it's really one of the first opportunities, you know, as a child or even as an adult who's out there loving the experience. You're going to be able to be a part of it, and it's something that you just don't see very often, especially when you're having competitions like this.
Well, let's talk about being a part of it, because Tony, you're not just here to talk about it. You're also a driver, which is so exciting. So what kind of car do you drive, and what modifications have you done to it?
Okay, yeah, I am a driver. Been doing this for about 3 years now. I'm driving a C8 Corvette. But what's neat about this Corvette, it's 1,084 horsepower, twin turboed. I mean, it is a beast of a car.
Wow.
And you're gonna get to see that out there. It's all carbon fiber. I mean, we put a lot of energy and a lot of thought into these cars to keep them street legal, but still be able to compete at really high levels.
Exactly. So. Okay, so a Corvette, I'm thinking 0 to 60 in how many
probably
seconds?
2.8 seconds.
Stop.
Yeah.
I know this is very thrilling for you.
Yeah.
And how often are you practicing?
Oh, I'm out there all the time. I mean, if I didn't have a real job, this is where I would be.
What an adrenaline rush. 2.8 seconds or somewhere around that is crazy. Okay, tell me, where can people learn about everything that you guys have to offer this weekend, all the information?
You bet. Please go to driveusca.com. We've got a great website there. It's going to tell you a lot about the information about what this track is and the next 7 competitions that we have.
So there's more coming up as well.
Yeah, we are literally competing for a national title. So this is real competition in a fun atmosphere. So good times.
Okay, where do you said we can go to that website as well for those future events as well.
Absolutely,
too.
driveusca.com. Great opportunities.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so good. Paying for parking, but that admission is free. You guys will put this on your calendar. And like he said, if you want to find out so much more information, just go to driveusca.com.
Wardrobe for our hosts is sponsored by Dillard's at North Park Center.
To end the show, you guys, with giving a little shout out to our gal Paige. She did something quite incredible last night. Audiences got to check out Broadway Dallas's A Beautiful Noise, the Neil Diamond musical. It tells the untold true story of a Brooklyn kid who became a chart-busting, show-stopping, award-winning American icon. And if you were there, then you probably saw a familiar face. Our very own Paige got to lead the audience at the end of the show, singing, of course, Sweet Caroline with the cast members. Check it out. She looks amazing. Literally, Paige looks like she's belting right there, like she is giving it her all and so much more. Now, if you didn't get to see the show last night, totally okay, no worries. The musical is happening now through March 22nd. Can't say that Paige will be there every night belting her heart out, but the fabulous cast members will. For tickets and for information, visit BroadwayDallas.org. I didn't even know Paige had some singing chops on her. It's nice to see new skills coming out. So much fun indeed. You know what else was so much fun? Today, our show. If you missed anything from today's show, remember, you can always rewatch GMT on your own time on the free to download WFA Plus streaming app for your TV. You can also download the app on your phone as well, where you can catch entire shows that you may have missed under that news tab. You can also select just the segments from our show to watch on demand under that shows tab as well. It replays on WFA Plus and on our sister station, KFAA Channel 29 at 1 p.m. today. And then if you're thinking, okay, Aaron, I want more GMT. We got you. Just go to YouTube, type in Good Morning Texas, and we literally have every segment broken out for you. So you don't have to watch the entire show if you don't want to, although you totally should, but you can go there and see those as well. Coming up tomorrow, Sean Wayans in the house, you guys. We're talking Oscars. I'm so excited. I'll see you right back here tomorrow. Have a good morning, Texas. See you later.